Alright, looks like we're up on YouTube and Twitch.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Alright.
Right.
Hello and welcome, or welcome back. I finally
back.
figured out how to stream on Twitch and YouTube, so if you were right and watched us on Twitch, then welcome back. We're back to Twitch and YouTube. Anyway, this week Izzy's out. I guess he's out of town. I don't know where he said he went. I can't remember, but not that
Fall
that
Creek
matters.
Falls, I'm pretty sure.
That's it. Yeah, so Izzy's out of town, so it's just me and Jake again. This week we watched a show called Uncle from Another World. And we're, again, changing the format up a bit. None of us took notes. We're just going to riff. Just we'll give a general overview of the show and then give some thoughts. Basically, I guess my general overview is this guy, can't remember his name, but it's this
Takafumi?
It's this dude's uncle, and he was in a coma for 17 years. He wakes up, and it turns out during those 17 years, he was basically in a fantasy world. And the whole show is just the nephew and the uncle basically watching replays of what happened in the fantasy world through the uncle's memories.
Yeah.
And there's like a female character in the real world that there's this little bit of romance, but it's very, very, very minute and not forefront at all.
It's not very heavy. Yeah, it's not very heavily in the romance.
It's just like the chick likes the nephew, and the nephew's an anime character, so he has no fucking clue. But like they don't.
Yeah, oblivious.
It's downplayed very much. But that's really the gist of the show. I mean, that's all I got out of it. It's just the main story plot just follows pretty much what happened in the other world, and not really much.
So it's there's small scenes here and there of them in the real world doing random things. It's like a slice of life romance in the real world. And then whenever he shows a memory of what's happening in his fantasy world that he was in during his coma, it's more like action romance, I guess. Kind of romance.
No,
So
yeah, kind of, I guess.
the portion about this anime is that both the uncle and Takafumi are oblivious to love. They don't really realize that girls like them, and so they're very oblivious. And the uncle is like a weird dude, or he comes off like really weird, but he has no idea that he's making it weird.
Yeah.
And he's like really into Sega games.
Yeah.
Because whenever he...
This is also slight comedy to it too.
Yeah, it's like a comedy. I would say more comedy than anything.
Yeah, it's definitely more comedy action than it is really romance. Romance is just like... So the romance in the fantasy world is just like there's this elf, this ice chick, and some priestess who like...
Yeah, it's Elf, Mabel, and Alicia?
Something like that. And they all liked Takafumi, the uncle, but he had no clue. Like, all he was worried about was getting back to the real world, so he could play Sega again, pretty much. It seemed like this show sucked ass. If you can't tell by our excitement talking about it. This show was fucking horrible.
So in my opinion, so I've seen this before. This is not the first time I've watched this, and had one of those moments to where
it was a flash in the pan moment, because I remember people talking about it a lot. Like, a lot of people online.
Yeah, and everybody online seems to absolutely love this anime. And I remember watching it the first time, and I was like, man, this is pretty good. And then it was like one of those things to where I rewatched it and realized that it was not as good as I remember.
Nah, dude, it's horrible. Like, the voice actors suck. Every character is ugly as fuck, except the chicks. But like every dude, it just takes you out of it, man. How like fucking hideous they are, man. It's
I think
it's disturbing.
To be fair, I think I think half of the point is they're hideous,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
how like
absolutely.
it's like
Especially in the other
this.
world because they all call him an orc. But like, why does
Yeah, and
everybody in the
they
real
like
world
hate it.
have to be ugly as fuck too?
I don't know. The girl's hot. I
Yeah, yeah. I mean, chicks are all looking.
I
Yeah,
the first couple episodes, I think up to like episode 4 maybe. I was like, dude, this is ass. This is straight ass.
yeah.
Afterwards, it got a little bit better towards the end.
The
I think.
episodes that are more real world heavy blow. Just are
Yeah,
hard to watch, like awful. But towards
because
the
it's just
end, when
random thing.
towards the end when it is more about the fantasy world, it's really good. It's well animated.
Yeah.
Um, the fight scenes are great. But the one thing I could not stand, besides the awful character designs and the boring fucking story, I fucking hated the Ice Chick's voice actor.
Oh, yeah, Mabel's English voice actor.
Dude, she sounds horrible.
She does sound really bad.
Like every
I
Mabel
did not care
scene
for.
is so hard to listen to.
Yeah, like her voice actors. I don't know. It was really weird. It almost sounded like kind of like a dude
Yeah,
sometimes. Like it was like really deep,
it
like a
sounded
really deep sounding girl.
like man, I don't know. It's obviously this voice actor English wasn't their first language. It was apparent, which is fine. But she should voice act in her own language because her English sounds like shit. Or his,
Yeah.
whoever it was. I don't
So
fucking know.
so so yeah, he comes back and he has powers, right? So whenever he comes back into Japan, he has
Hmm.
powers, and he brought his powers from the isekai world to the real world. And the oddest thing is his job. He becomes a YouTuber,
Yeah, yeah,
and he posts on YouTube about his powers, and everybody thinks that it's fake. Um, and I don't know, like just like some of the setting up for this, you really have to understand anime comedy or
oh yeah,
have.
100%. Yeah, you can't go into this blind. You gotta know. I mean, just in the first like 10 minutes or even 5 minutes of the first episode, if you don't know what Evangelion is, you're already gonna miss a pretty big joke.
Yeah, and like the steel frames, of
Hmm.
like the uncle's face whenever he looks creepy, shit like that. Like you just kind of have to know a lot about, I guess, comedy anime and just anime in general to really get some of the humor in it.
Hmm.
If you like anime comedy, because I know it's a very hit or miss. Like people either love it or they really don't like it,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of in the middle.
Oh, I love.
Sometimes I find things funny, but this one, like, what was that? The best comedy anime I've ever seen was the one that we did. What was that
Golden
anime that we
Boy.
did?
Golden Boy.
Golden Boy. Dude, that shit was hilarious. This is a little bit more dry. So if you're into that, then you'll really like this anime. Um, but for me, it's okay. It's all right. I don't think it's not as for me. It's not as good as what everybody says it is online. I think it's worth a watch. I think the first time
Yeah.
I watched it, I thought it was pretty good, but the second time I
Well,
didn't
this
really care
was
for it. But
so the first time I watched the first two episodes, and I didn't really have strong opinions of it back then. I just quit watching it because it was boring. I didn't get what all the hype was about at the time, and now for this, finishing it, I would not recommend watching it at fucking all. This shit sucked. I'll die, dude. This is the worst one we've seen so far. I know Assassin was pretty bad. Unfortunately, all the
I
audio for that episode is gone. That show sucked, but but I didn't like. It didn't feel like a chore to watch it. Like this one felt like a slog to get through. Like I was at work watching some episodes, and I would have rather been working.
I think Assassin was worse than this, in my
I
opinion.
don't. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I'm not
Because
gonna fight you over it. It's just this is my
yeah, yeah,
personal
yeah.
opinion.
I don't think that it's necessarily terrible. I think that it has a certain audience, and
Dude, I don't even know if it has an audience, man.
like with Assassins, oh, there's definitely an audience. Like everybody seems to love. Again, everybody seems to love it online. Like
I
everybody
don't
loves it,
understand
and
how,
everybody
dude.
wants
It's
a season
boring.
two.
Like
And I
honestly,
don't think a season two is ever going to come out.
if this show was just the fantasy world, it'd be because the fantasy world setting was cool. Like he was different. He wanted to be alone. He didn't want companions. He just wanted to get back, which in most isekais nowadays, it's all just about, oh, well, I'm here now, and this place is better than my real life, so I'm going to stay. He was just like, I want to get back. I'm going to figure out a way to get back, and I want all these people to leave me the fuck alone. And he was crazy powerful because he learned to talk. Like, he
That was
asked,
like his main gift
yeah,
from
he
the
asked the
goddess.
goddess to
God
understand
or
stuff, so
whatnot.
that means he got to understand the quote unquote spirits in this world, which is how everybody has magic. So his magic, compared to everybody else, was fucking insane. Like, he could do anything.
Yeah.
And even like one episode where he like created it wasn't water, but he used water and something else to create something, maybe like a sauna or something. I don't remember. He used two basically magic talismans to create a infinite, maybe it was an infinite water source. And because this town was like going dry, but they persecuted him because
Yeah.
like that's unheard of in this world. He's got to be a monster. Like he's ugly as fuck, so
Yeah.
everybody thinks he's an orc. So he has to be some monster sent by the devil, and this is devil magic. Like that shit. Like there's interesting premises beneath all this dog shit.
The entirety of this anime is a really interesting premise, and I actually really like the premise. I think it's a good take on an isekai. Like it's different enough.
Yeah, he was in a coma. He wasn't dead.
Not saying it's yeah, not saying that it's great by any means, but and it probably could have been done better in my opinion, like a lot better. But the premise was really cool. Like
Yeah.
it's a different take to where he comes back, and then you're watching it through the lens, and you're learning it, with the nephew, and really good premise. And the besides some of the voice acting, the fantasy world was awesome. This fight scenes were
Yeah.
pretty damn
Even
good.
even if the whole episode was still set up with them just watching it, take out 90% of the real world scenes in this show would have been infinitely better. Make it 8 episodes, and it's all just episodes of him replaying his memories, and then a handful of real world scenes here and there. But like the
Yeah,
the
because like
real world stuff just took me out of it so much. It was hard to follow at some points.
the real world stuff was kind of annoying because you get glimpses of really cool shit. Whenever he goes
Yeah.
into his fantasy world, and then you go to him playing Sega and fucking yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that
Them
was
playing
it.
Sega and eating. And and I didn't like the fact that there was a secondary love story between the nephew. Well, I guess it's an interesting. I didn't care for it.
I didn't
The
care
the
for it.
secondary love story with the nephew and the I forgot her name,
The chick with
it,
glasses.
but it makes sense. Like the way I looked at it was, the nephew is watching the
Yeah, it was
nephew
there
and the
for
girl are watching.
irony. The nephew's watching his
Yeah, it's
uncle
irony.
be a dense piece of shit, while he's sitting in the real world being a dense piece of shit.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, sure, that's
and
cool.
so
Leave it in, but I do not give a fuck if they get together. Like, I don't care. Like, keep showing me the fantasy stuff, dude. Like, don't bore me with this chick and this who likes this dude and this dude who couldn't give a fuck about this chick.
and it's like even the entirety of that love story in the real world between the nephew and the girl, it's like they know that they like each other, but they don't ever say anything, or I don't know. It's oddly set
I
up.
straight up did not listen when it was real world stuff for after like the first 3 episodes.
And it never really got anywhere. I think that's another thing that I didn't like about it is it never really got anywhere. So the
No,
low
dude,
lying
there's
premise of this show is that there's a love connection, but they're very dense guys. But I know that there's more to this
yeah,
series.
yeah, I mean, obviously they probably were hoping it'd come out and be stupid popular so they could keep making it because there is a manga and it's still going on. I thought about reading it and then I watched the first episode. I'm like, yeah, there's no fucking way I'm going to read this shit.
And there's not going to be a season 2. At least there's not been one announced yet because of it was released during COVID. I think 2022.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was
Um,
like right when I moved to Knoxville when this was airing.
yes, so the production was going on during COVID, and they had like a lot of delays and setbacks. And then I'm sure Netflix probably overreached on some things, and they're not going to come out with a season two of the show. I doubt they will. They
Well,
might, as it was popular when it came out.
well, here's the
So
thing. So
you
the
never know.
first season adapted. I looked it up because I did consider reading it before I started watching it. The first season adapted the first 33 chapters of the manga. Based off a quick Google search, they're only at chapter 57 right now. So there's not even technically enough material to make a second season.
Yeah, I didn't. I know that they do volumes, and that's what I saw that they do the first three volumes of the manga. Um, is that's what it covers. I don't know how many volumes there are. I don't even know.
I don't.
But
There's 33 chapters of in the season one, and there's 57 total out right now. I don't know volume wise how much that is.
So, I mean, would I recommend it?
No,
Um, I think if you like comedy anime and you understand what it is, it might be up your alley. Not necessarily up my alley. It's nowhere near my top 10.
well,
I'd
hold
probably
on,
give it like a five or a
dude.
six.
This shit's a two. This shit's a two. Um, I will say every scene with the elf I really enjoyed because I think she probably might have one of the coolest fucking swords, which just pisses me off because it's in the worst fucking show ever. But her sword is so fucking cool, dude.
Oh, the
Yeah,
one that turns purple,
yeah, like
like a
it pulls
lightsaber.
out of her scabbard. It's just like a regular sword, but then like the hand guard comes down and it's like electric energy to make it into like a fucking huge ass great sword. It's sweet. And then she
And
finds
then
a
her,
scabbard later on that turns it into basically like an energy sniper rifle. It's fun.
yeah,
It's
that shit is hard.
and the ice chick, dude, her sword's pretty fucking cool too. See, this it's
Yeah,
and the fucking bishop chick's staff, man. There's the fantasy part of this story is cool. Like the power system, the weapon design, the characters in the fantasy world, they actually look good too. Huge perks for that because everybody else is a fucking troll. Like it's an enjoyable show if you just take out every fucking thing else. And there's a lot of
all
everything
the real
else.
world stuff.
There's a
And the
lot.
thing
There's
is,
too much of it.
that is the entirety, the premise of this whole anime is that it's like, so you get bits and pieces of the fantasy world, but the whole premise is it's from the point or the aspect of from the
Yeah,
real world.
yeah. It's a
And
reverse
so the
isekai
real world
basically.
stuff, unfortunately, is not very good. And that's the entire premise, and that just makes it ass. Until you get, of course, to the later episodes,
Yeah.
whenever you get more of the fantasy world. But the first couple episodes, that was a hard watch. I got to episode three, and then Travis texted us and was like, "I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. This shit's ass."
Yeah.
And I was like,
I said this is shit from an ass.
"This is shit from an ass."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, this shit sucks, dude. Izzy hopped on
So
on immediately. He was like, "Well, we can just spin the wheel again." And we were like, "No, we're gonna
I was like,
finish
"Dude,
it."
I'm already on episode three. There's only 13."
Yeah, I was.
The reason why it's an easy watch when it comes to like the length and
Yeah,
really
it's not
this is the
long.
bread and butter of this anime or this show, this podcast is, 13 episode animes. So it just kind of fit our narrative. So we went ahead and kept on going with it. I will not watch this again.
No,
I've
dude,
watched
I will
season one
never.
Shinibyo multiple times. I will never watch this shit again.
No, it was now. I ended up because Netflix has the option. I put this bitch on 1.5 times speed so I didn't have to watch it as long. Like that's how much I wanted it to be over. Like we knew this episode was going to be short. I really have nothing to talk about this show. Like this
Yeah,
show
it's
sucks. Don't watch it. It's not even worth considering, in my opinion. If you're going to put it on for background noise, listen to something else, dude. It's horrible. I don't understand the cult following this show has. I don't know why it got so much hype on Reddit back in the day. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's got a certain audience. Unfortunately, we are not those people.
Dude,
This is not the anime for me. I didn't care for it.
It
It's an
sucks.
interesting premise. It's not the real world aspect's not done very well. The fantasy world aspect's done very well, but unfortunately, you get a lot of real world shit. And
Yeah, it's horrible.
and some of the thing, and the thing is it has like glimpses of greatness. There's like,
Yeah,
you know,
like the
like
elf
besides the
sword
fantasy
or the
world, like
final
the elf
battle.
sword, the final
The
battle
final
against the big
battle's amazing.
dragon. You know, and some of the comedy is actually not awful.
Yeah, I will say it did make me
But
laugh a couple times. Like, I'll give it credit.
there's a couple times that you know, I found myself chuckling, which is very rare for me in an anime because I really don't care for comedy animes that much.
Yeah,
Um, and so it's, I don't know, he's fucking the uncle's a chud, fucking
he is a chud.
he's a fucking Sega like fucking dick rider, and I don't know, it just kind of killed that for me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's a fucking chud.
Well, I mean, I feel like I feel like this one, if you're like an older like me, like if you've been watching anime for a really long time, I feel like you would enjoy this one a lot more. But even I hated it. Like I don't even watch a lot of new shit because it's boring, and I know it's not going to get a season two most likely. Like I like
It's
to go
gonna be
back.
years before it
Yeah,
does.
or it's going to be fucking years before it does. Like I'm I before we did this podcast, pretty much the only thing I would watch at this point was One Piece. I was just keeping up with that, or I'd go back and watch like the Bleaches, the Fairy Tales, the Naruto's, or the Soul Eaters, or Full Metal Alchemist, like the stuff that I watched when I first started watching the shit.
Like the nostalgia stuff.
Yeah, like it was very rare that I picked up new series. But now we've started this, I've watched more than I normally would, and this feels like an older one. Like it feels like something that would have came out back in like, early 2010s or even late 2000s. It has that feel, but I don't know why it's just fucking horrible. Like all the jokes are all about older animes, all the jokes are all about older video games. All the jokes are even really about shit that most new ones don't talk about, like being a neat or a shut in or an otaku or whatever. Like you don't
Yeah.
really hear that. You don't really hear those much. Or I don't know if you do. I haven't watched a lot of new shit, but I'm under the impression you don't, because most new shit is just like anime for dudes that get no bitches and stack no paper, or anime that's just action from like the manga of the week, like the My Heroes or the Demon Slayers or the JJKs, which all those are good except My Hero. My Hero sucks. But like I feel like that's the only two it is. It's either like, you know, the Nagatoros or the Dress Up Darlings, or the My Hero and Demon Slayers. That's all that comes out nowadays. There's not a lot of variety. It's either mega popular and it gets a show, or it's going to be mega popular because it's for gooners. And this is
Yeah.
neither of those. It wasn't mega popular
No.
manga. I never heard of it before it started airing. I read a lot of manga.
Mhm.
That's how I know about the newer stuff, is because I read it now instead of watching it. But like it has the feel of something that came out forever ago, but it's still horrible. Like it feels like I should like this show, is what I'm saying, but I fucking hate it. I can't stand it.
Yeah, the and it's interesting because the like every isekai, they usually number one die in the real world and then they
Hmm.
get transported to a fantasy world. In this one, he doesn't die. Obviously,
Which
he comes back.
Speaking of dying, real quick,
Number
hold on. Just in episode one, when Takafumi was crossing the crosswalk to walk into the hospital, and you see the truck coming, you're like, oh, here it is. Like if you didn't know anything about
Yeah,
this show coming in, they even
yeah,
spoofed on that, because 9 times out of 10 in Isekai, somebody's getting hit by a truck.
yeah, yeah.
But sorry, go ahead. Just had to say that real quick.
But like most of the isekais that I've seen, at least, are they usually the people that die hated their life in the
Yeah,
real world. Uh, fucking, like the one that came to mind was Mashuko. Like he did not like his life in the real world.
she was a fat fucking
Then he
chud.
loves his life. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
He's a fucking otaku.
Uncle
But this
was
one,
a
the
skinny
guy,
chud, and he loved his life.
yeah,
So he
he
was
loved his
more of a
life.
real chud than fucking than fucking
Yeah, because he actually wanted
Rudius
to get
ever
back and
was.
play
Yeah,
Sega. and so that was an interesting take as well because the whole point of him was getting back to the real world. Um, and I don't know, it it definitely had some different aspects. I didn't care for it. Um, yeah, fucking, it's the one part that did get me was whenever Mabel and the uncle are they're going to fight like the hedgehogs.
Yeah.
It's like a man-eating hedgehog, and he's like, "Oh my God, it's a hedgehog," because he was
Oh yeah,
big
he was
into
obsessed
Sonic
with
whenever he
Sonic.
was
Yeah.
alive. And so he's like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna get to see a hedgehog," and he's like picturing in his mind like Sonic.
It's
This is
like,
what this motherfucker's gonna look
yeah.
like, and then it pops up and it's just this huge, realistic hedgehog,
He's like, it's not
and then
even
he's like,
blue.
"Well," yeah, he's like, "It's not blue." He's like, "Hold on, let me talk to it. Let me see if I can get it to just go away because he can he knows everything, like he can speak to everything." And the hedgehog, he's like, "Why are you terrorizing this town?" And the hedgehog's like, "I'm not even hungry. I'm just doing it because I like to kill shit."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh." So that was, I mean, there's certain parts that are actually funny. It's just the real world stuff just didn't appease me
I feel like
very much.
maybe, yeah, because it seems like we both hate it because of the real world stuff. It honestly seems like more of a pacing issue than anything else because the real world stuff, all it does is just interrupt the pacing of the story that the people watching it actually give a fuck about.
Yeah, it's like you hit with like some really good storyline, cool animation, some cool fights, and the next thing you know, you're back in the real world and they're doing something else.
Yep.
And then you come back to the fantasy world and you're in a completely different fucking part of the story. And I don't know, yeah, I agree that I think it was just since it was cut up, like the good parts were cut up in between the shit parts.
Yeah.
Like it didn't help it because I didn't care about the real world stuff that this show did. So it was like those gaps. I
Hmm.
didn't care for that.
Yeah, and uh,
So I do agree.
I feel like we're just talking about the same points over and over. We're about to hit the 30-minute mark. We'll call it good enough. But if you do watch it, I have a suggestion because it ends on a massive fucking cliffhanger. The show, so he was in the Isekai world for 17 years. Everything they cover by watching his memories, I think, takes up either 3 or 4 of his first years. Turn the fucking episode 13 off after they, have the final fight and he's flying in the air holding the elf. All right, cut it off there.
Hmm.
Because if you don't, he gets thrown in prison and he's like, oh yeah, I was in prison for a while. End screen, credits roll.
Yep,
That's how it ends. Maybe there'll be a season 2 one day. Who knows? I fucking hope not.
maybe.
Um, but yeah, I'd stop it. If you do watch it, stop it after he's floating in there holding the elf, and you think like, oh man, he's finally coming around, but he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't, and they. I doubt there's going to be a season two. I would be very surprised if one ever gets announced.
I don't know,
Um,
dude. Netflix is pretty big on like having a season 1 of an anime and either having it really good or really bad, and then making a season 2 and it's either really good or completely ruins the show. Example: Seven Deadly Sins season 1 was amazing, and then after that they just completely fucked it.
yeah,
Or
yeah. I mean, it's been 4 years since
or
this is released.
Record of Ragnarok, that season 1 looks awful, but I've heard great things about second and third. I'm not gonna watch it because season 1 was horrible, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it's been 4 years. There's no official announcement. There's no
Dude, I
speculation or
don't know,
anything.
man. I mean, like fucking Masamune Kun's Revenge got a season 2 after like fucking 12 years. So you never know.
Yeah, and I guess I mean this is true. This is true. But since it's a
That's
Netflix
not
original,
Netflix though. I'm just saying.
yeah, since it was the only reason why I think there's not going to be one release is since it is a Netflix original. Usually, if it's really good, they will start releasing them like nothing. Which is why I think they always fuck up season twos of things. Is because they're trying to push it out. And this one, it's been 4 years. It'd be different if it was like a studio. Uh, it's
Oh,
known
I'm
for
sorry.
something like this.
It was only 6 years between Masamune Kun's Revenge 1 and 2. It just felt longer. I haven't seen the second season yet though. I got to rewatch the first because I watched it back when it came out. That's a good show, by the way. If you've never seen it.
Yes, it is. And actually, if you want, we can go ahead and spin the wheel for next week's.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Because I'm done talking about Uncle. We can keep riffing if you want to hit an hour, but
I could. I mean, we can if you want to.
it don't matter. We'd have to
I
riff
guess.
about something else, or just gonna hear us talk about how dog shit this show is. Not that I mean, not that anybody's watching. We got one viewer on Twitch, and I assume it's you checking if the live stream was up, and we have
Yes.
0 viewers on YouTube. So, all right, spin
All right,
that
you ready?
bitch. Please be something good.
Come on, Uncle. 1726.
Mashal.
Mashal.
All right,
Mashal.
Mashal. You spelt that wrong, I think. That's
So that-
another Netflix one.
Yeah, I did. That is another Netflix one, and that is Izzy's.
I've actually seen the first season of that one. It is actually enjoyable. It's not
I've seen the
amazing.
I've seen the first episode, and I don't know why I dropped it. I don't think I was even paying attention to it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, mine
I think I
was
put
on
it
in
on
the
for like background
background.
or something.
When sometimes
Yeah.
when the magic people come over, we just put on background noise and last
Yeah,
season.
I think I had people over, and I just, sometimes I'll just throw on a show, and Mashal was what I put on. Who
I like the concept of it. I like the concept. I like the
Mashal?
idea. Yeah, it's a novel idea. Izzy put that one on, so it's. I think. Do you replace Izzy or do I replace Izzy? I can't remember. No, Izzy
I
replaces you.
don't know.
So Izzy replaces you. I replace Izzy. You replace me. Let me
Okay.
pull up my notepad. Or no, not notepad. Sticky note. Or was it notepad? Why did I write all these down? Oh, here we go. All right. Let's see here. So we're taking off Mashal. You want to hear the list of
So we
13
got-
again?
No. So, do you want to know what we have on here?
Gotcha, Kuda, Konosuba, 1726, Amagi, and Soul Eater. Right?
Yeah. Kono, 1726, Brilliant Park, Gachakuda, Soldier. Yeah.
All right.
And what are yours?
Wait.
Kono.
Kono and Amagi. Konosuba's comedy, more comedy action, and then Amagi's like.
Yeah, Kono. I've seen.
I'm trying to
most
think.
of
I'm
Kono.
trying to look at my list and decide what to replace it with.
So we got Nisekai. I've never seen Brilliant Park.
It's
Gachakuda.
really good.
I
I
started
remember it being
watching
really good. That's
Gachakuda.
another old one. I hope it because we have a proven history so far of being like,
Almost
oh man,
all of them.
I watched this show X amount of years ago. It was so good, and then we watch it and we're like, man, this show
Fuck,
fucking
this
blew.
is bad.
Like we so far, out of everything we've watched, truly the only ones worth watching are Don Don, King of the Hill, which unfortunately that episode was lost too, but that was the first Twitch one. Don Don, King of the Hill, and fucking Golden Boy. Everything else that we've watched, Koi no Katachi is my favorite anime movie of all time.
Well-
That's worth watching.
I think, in my opinion, most of the stuff that we've done is not bad. I think this Chinibyo season 2 and Assassin, those three suck. But like Golden Boy was really good. Erased is one of my favorite
Oh
animes.
fuck yeah, I erased. Okay, good point.
To Be Hero X, I actually really thoroughly enjoyed To Be Hero
yeah, it
X.
was good. It was good.
Of course, Cyberpunk.
Oh, man, fuck.
That's
okay.
a great fucking anime.
Yes, I forgot now. We
Samurai
were done.
Champloo was really good.
All right, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Majority of stuff we've watched is worth watching. It's just everything
But
that
we have
we've
two.
everything that
two
we've
to
so
spend.
far rewatched. I guess we've been like, man, I remember this being so much better.
Yeah. The big one. Chibunibyo season 2, I already knew that was ass. Well, I didn't. I remember having fond memories of that.
All right, I'm gonna do. Ah, shit, man.
It is hard.
I know I have 13, but I'm trying to decide. Oh man, hold on, give me a second.
We got to put in another romance for Izzy.
I know that's what I'm thinking about. None of mine are really romances. I got Toradora on there. I mean, that's obviously romance.
Oh, dude, it's been a long time since I've seen Toradora. A Kami Got Kill would be a good one. How many
That,
episodes is
that
Coming
one's
Back?
that one's questionable. I'm gonna take one off the list. I'll tell you what it is off stream because I don't want to admit on live that I've seen it.
All right.
All
Wait,
right,
is
all
it?
right, all right. How many episodes
Wait,
is
can I make
Toradora?
guesses? Wait, can I guess?
You're not.
Can I guess?
Dude. I'll give you 100. I'll fucking Venmo you $100 if you guess it. There's no way. I bet you've never even heard of this.
Then I probably won't be able to guess it.
I'll give you 5 guesses. And I swear to God, I'll even write it down right now, and I'll pull up Notepad over. It'll be the only thing on it. If you get
Alright,
it,
so it's got to be Goonie. It's got to be Goonie. It's got to be older, in my opinion.
don't cheat.
I'm not cheating. I'm not. I ain't cheating. I don't even know how I would cheat.
I don't know.
Fucking shit. An old Gooner anime. I wouldn't. I don't think you. I think you're pretty proud of watching Domestic Girlfriend. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna say that one.
brother. I've read that shit 3 times, dude. Yeah, that's the best one.
I
Ever.
know. That's why I said I'm pretty sure you wouldn't. And that's like the most. I mean, fucking. Is it Prison School?
No, good guess.
Damn.
I have seen that one though.
Is it? Um, I don't know. Fucking, I don't know.
All right, I'll
Can
tell
you
you
tell
what.
me what it is?
Not right now. I will after this. You'll look it up and then you'll realize why I'm taking it off the list. Trust me.
Fucking chud. All right.
Yeah, you're right. All right, throw on how many episodes is Toradora?
Oh yeah, we were supposed to look that up.
I don't want to do another 24. It takes too long.
It does take too long, but I don't like doing 2 episodes.
I don't either. That's 25.
25 episodes. Yeah,
How many episodes are in Snafu season 1?
I think it's 13.
Yeah, the thing is, there's 3 seasons though.
This is true, and I don't like that we cut up. Like if we did
Yeah.
Shinibyo season 1, I think we should have done Shinibyo season 2 right after.
Because everything on my list has a season 2 at this point, or is a season 1. But I'm scared because there's one on the list, and it's Riddle Story. But I remember it being good. But I watched it my first year of college. I don't remember if it's actually good. I remember enjoying it.
Future Diary. I'm just looking
Oh
for my
man,
own.
Future Diaries.
Future
fucking
Diaries,
great.
man.
That's another 24
How many
episode
episodes
one
is
though.
Future Diary? Is that 24?
I think it's actually like a random number. It might be like 26 or something. That was back when they actually made shows and finished them.
I think it's 26.
Yeah, it's a weird number. You know what? Fuck it. Put Freyren on the list. We'll get Joe on one of these. Put Freyren on.
Oh yeah, dude. Season Free Run Friday, baby. All right.
Yeah, just season 1 though. I think we could watch all. It would be not hard to rewatch Freyren in 1 week, and we can just talk about the whole thing with Joe.
Oh yeah, dude. Free Run is one of my favorite animes of all
Yeah,
time.
that's
I mean,
a
it's
smooth
fucking
one to
awesome.
get through. Yeah, that's I would like to rewatch it for season 2 anyway.
I'm just making sure I spelt it correctly so I don't get fucking chopped up.
Frierer.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
All right. What are we doing
All right.
next week? Mashal.
Mashal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. 38 minutes seems good. This one might actually get views since it's short. We'll cut it. Thanks for watching. Sorry this one's short, but the show was horrible. There's not much to talk about. If you want to catch us, everything's re-uploaded to YouTube. SideQuest Trio. We'll start streaming to Twitch again, too, on 3 Drunk Drivers, because I finally learned how to multi-stream. Maybe one day we may even triple stream. We might go to Kick. Fuck it.
Hell yeah.
I doubt it. I don't know. My computer might have a heart attack. But all right, that was Uncle. Next week we'll talk to y'all about Mashal, an actual enjoyable show. I'm pretty sure.
We'll find out.
And Izzy will be back. I hope.
Izzy will be back.
So we'll see all y'all later. Peace.
See you, boys. Fellers. Always leave. I think it's just like out of habit. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why you leave either. I just hit the. All I got to do is hit the.
Hit the
stop
end.
button.
Yeah, just hit the end. Why I do that. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm going to go take a pee-pee.